one, and providing a lot of protection, because these are really high value targets on the battlefield, and without them you are just stuck. So if the enemy can destroy the armoured engineers, then it stops the whole force, freezes the attack, and it can't. When you deal with the Russian Belarus, south towards Kyiv, at the Battle of the Irpin River, the Ukrainians were able to destroy the Russian armoured engineer vehicles and British bridging assets. The armoured engineer vehicles were then lost, and the Russians could not get across the Irpin River with that main thrust of Kyiv, and then the Ukrainians were able to destroy them with artillery. So that's very important that these vehicles are protected. In addition to the gun tanks, and a true style that broke down, and a challenge to gun tank had to go through here and back down that wall. The two vehicles moving around now. Also able to be used as an amphibious vehicle across the river, but coming into view now, we have FL21 Delta, so an AVLB, a Chieftain AVLB, and on the top of that you have a number 12 bridge. 40 feet, and he's strong enough to support a Chieftain or all the way up to Tank 2. You need to be as quick as you possibly can and really get in and out, get that bridge down, get across it, and get out that point of deep data as soon as possible. And you see the AVLB pushing that bridge up and moving it in there. These vehicles are really high valuable targets on the battlefield. The distance is real. Everyone will be looking for that bridge launcher right now, and everyone will be looking to destroy it. So that crews, the Armoured Engineer Regiment used to say that during the Cold War, if the Cold War had gone hot, the AVLB and AVRE would expect to last about 35 minutes. So pretty dangerous type of activity. The AVRE, you can see moving off there with a pipe fascine in the background. The AVRE in this format here is just carrying a pipe fascine. But its primary job on the battlefield was mine breaching, and it would be fitted with the mine plough. That vehicle would put that plough down and go into the minefield. And really unique to see these vehicles being used in this way, and a real privilege to show these Jack and the rest of the guys who are able to operate this vehicle. They are very, very complicated. The Armoured Engineer vehicle, essentially you take the complexity of a bit of plant or crane and you combine it with a complexity of an armoured fighting vehicle, and really you get something that is more complex than some of its parts there. So it's a difficult thing to do and a difficult thing to keep on the road. So highly trained crews in the service would be operating through, and here we have the guys as kind of professional hobbyists operating this demonstration today. So really special. The AVLB has gone past halfway. That bridge is now coming down under its own weight, just gently guided down by the hydraulic system. Being put across that gap, although you may not be able to see it here, there is a gap in between the orange mine marking poles. Those are the VIP stands, you can look down and see there. And that gap has been dug out and it's about the height of the person. The person who walks underneath that bridge there is what it's been made across. Serviced by the Joint Assault Bridge, the JAB. Also Korea still operates the K1 AVLB, and again that's using the Vickers system that you can see there, that system designed by Vickers up in Newcastle for this bridge laying process. A really, really good system, and its successor, designed initially by Vickers Engineering Tank Systems and then to BAE Land Systems, now RBSL. That system is Titan in the service there, and that can lay a bridge in 90 seconds, so a bit of a step up in capability. You've got the toes of the bridge just touching down on the home bank there. Complicated obstacle, it's hard to get through, and then requires two Armoured Engineer assets to get through it there. So the AVLB is disconnected from the bridge and it's moving back now, and that'll then give room for the AVRE to go forward. Traditionally you would be battened down going across the bridging, but a lot of these vehicles, the sites are not what it used to be, so the crew is unbattened there, so the ground commanded by Jack across that obstacle to make sure that everyone's safe. We've got a second CVR2 coming in here in his camouflage. They're going to cross. This combined arms is the pinnacle of what modern armies need to do. It came into the forefront where the Allies were able to break through the Hindenburg lines using combined arms, and it's evolved since then. And not only things do this are the best armies in the world, it's a very good measure of when they are the solid armies and able to fight. What the AVRE coming forwards now, an AVRE representative of a very Balkan conflict, but this was used by the Armoured engineers, this vehicle, from about the late 70s by the Centurion AVRE, and that kind of crushed that Robert Alliance, and then the parade of the Centurion AVRE. They really soldiered on and got a bit long in the tooth. They were replaced or served side by side by Chieftains. Initially, Chieftains were pretty much jury-rigged up by the Armoured engineers of Reedy in a place called Woolwich, or